Alright, y'all. This is the first video of hopefully a long series of videos. Sorry about that. My thumb was in the way. Start with, I'm not one of these fancy YouTubers. I don't have $1,000 cameras and equipment. I got a simple Samsung phone. And as long as you can hear me and see me, I guess we're good. Today's an unusual one. Well, it's not unusual. I think I'm going to talk about a couple of things I've observed here the last couple of weeks, more so than any other time. If you hear outside noises, I apologize. I'm sitting in a dock. I've noticed a couple things. One was a near-death experience, not for me, but for somebody else. If you're running late, don't put yourself or anybody else at risk to try to make up time on a two-lane road. We were going down a two-lane road the other day. I was the lead truck. There was a truck behind me. It's a windy road. It's two-lane. It's fairly narrow. There is a shoulder. And we had this truck come up behind us that apparently we weren't going fast enough. I mean, speed limits 65. We were coming up on a curve, so we had backed down a little bit. This guy decides to pass both trucks on a right-hand curve when you couldn't see what was coming, and he got right up alongside the truck behind me, and I'm already in the curve. And this pickup passes me going the opposite direction. The guy passing didn't back out of it, didn't do anything. The pickup had to hit the shoulder, dust flying. Rather than doing the smart thing and backing out and getting back in behind the trucks and waiting until you got a clear spot, this idiot just continued to pass on the curve. Luckily, there wasn't anybody else coming. I don't know. I mean, if you're in that big a damn hurry, leave early. So you don't put yourself and somebody else at risk, or in a situation that people can get severely hurt or die. Had that pickup not had quick reactions and the presence of mind to hit the shoulder on his side, things could have got ugly quick. There'd been a pickup and two large trucks involved. Don't pass on a blind curve if you can't see what's coming. He was passing on a blind curve. He was passing over a double yellow line, which nowadays that doesn't appear to mean a whole hell of a lot. Second thing is construction zones. I know it's an old story. I don't want to sound like an old mother hen bitching and griping and scolding you because you did something you wasn't supposed to do, but construction zone speeds are there for a purpose. They don't. It's for the safety of the workers on the highway. In case slow down. I've been in countless construction zones, and there's a Johnny the big trucker back there. That apparently the only way they can pass somebody is to do it in a construction zone. You get out of the construction zone and they're tooting along and everybody's just blowing by them that they just passed in the construction zone. Slow down. Have respect for the people working there. Have respect for the other vehicles on the road going through that construction zone. It's a matter of safety. Drivers out here, trucks, the trucking industry as a whole has a bad enough reputation and are disliked by the general public of four-wheelers as it is. We don't need to add to that. If you see a truck on the side of on the shoulder, truck or car for that matter, it doesn't matter, parked on the shoulder of the highway, there's four ways on, he's got his reflectors out, obviously broke down, or even if they're not broke down, if it's safe to do so, move over. Okay, there's two reasons for that. One, it's a safety issue. If you're barreling down the highway and you don't move lanes and the person is out of the vehicle and they don't look before they come around the corner of that vehicle and they swing it a little too wide coming around that vehicle, you could be in some trouble if you hit somebody. You wouldn't be in trouble, but you're going to have some mental problems like you would not believe. And plus, you're hitting somebody that, didn't have the presence of mind to stop and look around the corner to see what was coming and how close they were. Four-wheelers are bad about it. They don't think about the possibility of getting hit if they swing out, if they come around the vehicle too wide, or they park too close to the fog line and swing their door open, and you're riding right there in that lane and they swing the door, you get the door, or you get them, or both. But it's a safety issue. It's also a courtesy issue. I don't know if you've ever, I'm sure, at one point or one time or another, you've been sitting on the side of the interstate and cars and trucks go by you in the lane right there, the slow lane, and your truck just rocks and rocks and, move over a lane. It's not going to kill you. It's not going to make you lose any time. Like I say, just do it. It's a courtesy and it's a safety issue. The other thing is backing up. I don't know who teaches these guys how to drive or why. If you're going through a school, they just teach you enough to get your license, throw you the keys and say, here, have a good time. I've seen more people having problems backing up. I think what I'll do, instead of talking about it here, I'll do a video on it. I'll get one of my buddies to help me out and show you the best way that I've learned. I've been out here 32 years, and we'll show you the best way I've found to back into a spot, so that it I've seen these guys the last couple of days. I've been watching real close, and I've seen several of them. It took them 30 minutes to back into a spot that shouldn't have took more than 5 at best. And it's not that the people are stupid or they're dummies. It's just they were not trained properly on the backing up. Hell, a lot of them weren't trained right going forward, much less backing up. That's my big complaints right this moment. If you're just tuning in, I appreciate you showing up. I know I talk slow and I don't always look straight into the camera. I'm one of them guys, my eyes and head tends to wander when I'm talking, and trying to straighten my thoughts out so I don't lose my train of thought. But I'm going to try to have some informative information on here pertaining to trucks. Like I said in the intro video, it'll be educational. There will be some bitch sessions on here, complaints, gripes, whatever you want to call them. Things that I see and most of you have seen, but nobody says anything. I'm going to say something. So, I guess that's it for now. I'll post another one here just as quick as I can. So, till then, y'all be safe. Keep the sunny side up, the dirty side down. Please slow down in them construction zones and move over when you see somebody on the shoulder with safety and courtesy. Till then, see ya.